Sportscast live on a special Tuesday. Yeah, that's right. We're coming pre-hump day. We like to pre a little bit. Coming in hot, the Juicy Whip Studios. Packed house tonight.
Yeah, we do, right?
Packed house tonight. We've got our Mexican back on the ones and twos. We've got my father, also known as Ponch from Chips or George Lopez.
or my second father.
And
right.
yes.
There we go. I appreciate that. I'm proud to be that.
We've got the wonderful Joe Bartnick.
What's happening, fellas? Back in black, baby.
Rocking out today.
Love it. I love the cover. This has been a great day already talking hockey in the
Fucking
car. Catching a pre-happy hour buzz.
Yeah. I love how Joe came in and we offered him some dinner, and he said, no, I want to get the pre-5 beer buzz going.
Before I eat.
Can I do the eating after?
I'm not wasting calories, baby.
Yeah.
And we're not doing any bong hits till we're done talking hockey.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, I'm getting through the hockey, guys. I don't know.
We have a plan.
I think you just busted him, and I don't know if he appreciated
I
that,
don't
but-
care.
No, that's fine, dude. Bust me all you want.
Well, you know what? We tell him.
the Palace. I love this place. I love to be back.
Renee,
It's
turn
great.
me on. Turn my soundboard on. I don't
Ooh,
have my
Renee,
soundboard
turn me on.
Yeah, turn me on.
Turn me on, Renee.
Are we not doing cameras? Is there no cameras anymore?
No, you're on camera.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You're like Knocker. He's like you.
Right.
He's like you.
I'm like, I wore my good
Karima.
T-shirt.
Knocker gets,
Yeah, right?
Knock-
Didn't wash it, but I wore it.
I showered at the gym.
Knocker hates when he's not on camera. It's like his number one thing. that
We're
he-
watching
Fucking A,
softball.
man.
What the?
That's what.
That's
yeah.
exactly what we're watching. NCAA Finals.
We turned off. What was it? We were watching
Y'all
like a
can
motor car
suck it.
show, like an auction show of like nice old cars. Knocker's like, do you know the softball?
Fucking A, man.
I like softball. I actually hung out with the Arizona softball team like 10 years when they were really good and hot.
Yes.
Yeah, they all came to my show and I went and hung out and watched practice.
Really?
Those broads were throwing the ball around for like practice. It was
They don't
nuts.
mess around.
No,
They
they
don't mess
no, they do
around,
not
baby.
mess around. That is that is the real deal.
That's a real sport.
Yeah.
That's a real sport. They don't fuck around.
Oh, absolutely.
And we have Chase Tipton in the house tonight.
Yeah,
Right?
he's,
Golfer and improv, or tennis and improv.
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Really?
Does the improv.
Podcaster
Oh,
wants
yeah?
to. He may be doing a show out of our
Nice.
studios here real soon.
Yeah, so he'll be on the mic. You have his mic on, Renee? We're good.
No, it's
his?
on.
Oh,
It's
he's
on.
You're good to go? All right. All right, Knock. We've got a lot going on. We're going to talk, obviously, a lot of hockey
Tons.
today. A lot of hockey's going to be going on. I'm so happy right now because Ovechkin is one of my favorite players. And he deserves what he's got right. I love that he has grinded his way through these playoffs, Joe. Beat the team, his nemesis, for what, 3 years the Penguins beat him?
3 different times.
3 different times.
The 3
And 2
times the
straight.
Penguins won the cup, they've gone
Yes.
through Washington.
Yep.
And the guy, like I was telling Joe on the card over here, he's my favorite player because he has all aspects of the game. He scores, he grinds, he motivates his team. He's never really negative, and he plays defense. He back checks, he checks. It's just an all around.
Well, let's
he's a
not go
great
that
player.
far. He's been back checking a little bit lately. He's the best player that has not won the cup
Whoa.
right now.
Joe, there was a play in the Tampa Bay series.
In the playoffs, he back checks.
Well, he's
So, yeah, well,
the reason I'm liking him way more now is he's gone the opposite of Kobe. He's doing all of it. He's actually hustling and back checking.
Yes,
and
in the
doing
playoffs,
all of
100%.
this
I'm
and
pro
selling
Ovechkin.
his soul out for his
I am
teammates.
100% pro Ovechkin. I'm saying he's doing it. He's back checking the playoffs, and
Right.
no one back checks.
I consider
Well,
him
it's
a
regular
season.
season. Regular season.
Exactly. No, he's played amazing. I want him to win his cup. I love Ovechkin. To me, if you don't like Ovechkin, you're just a player hater. He's amazing. He's the best goal scorer of just generation and one of the top 3 or 4 goal scorers of all time.
One of the best things about the playoffs for me so far is the look of absolute pure just joy. I mean, yeah, he's a millionaire. He's got everything, right? But he'd trade every single dollar to get that feeling he had when he realized he was going to the Cup Finals. The look on his face and the sharing with his teammates and the love his teammates showed to him was just like, just wow, that's what it's all about, man.
Oh,
It's
she's
just
played phenomenal.
Oh, she's just incredible.
She's played phenomenal.
Right?
He's really stepped up. The other guy, geez, I'm all right. I should just get high.
Smoke weed every
Yeah,
day.
I tried it.
I was going for it.
I tried it sober, and it's just not working.
I left my notes. I left
fucking
my
fantastic.
Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov's played amazing. He's like one of the only 5 guys in the 2000s that scored over 30 points in the playoffs.
Right?
Kuznetsov. He's played amazing. Backstrom played amazing.
The whole
Basically
team,
on one arm right now,
Wilson,
too, right?
Wilson has been
He's
great.
playing with basically one arm,
Terrible Tommy has been amazing.
Yeah, he's been
if you
phenomenal.
don't like Terrible Tommy, you don't like hockey.
How about
right?
what's that? Not to be. I'm not trying to be. What's the black guy's name? Smith Pelly.
Smith Pelly.
He's
Devontae
been
Smith Pelly.
great. He's taken a couple
yeah.
stupid penalties, but he's been
Yeah.
freaking fantastic.
He's
Johnny
been
on the
moved
spot,
around,
yeah.
and he's been moved around like the town whore.
Yeah.
Right.
Like everyone gets him like he's fat and out of shape, and he finally got it together in Washington.
Yeah.
How about Orpik? Orpik was done 7 years ago. He was
Right.
done.
Yeah.
He's
Right.
playing Holtby redemption. Grubauer took his job.
Yeah.
Grubauer, that's stiff.
And the goalie Holtby's finally shining in the big
Yeah,
moments.
they got young legs. They
Yes,
got young
they do.
legs. They got young. They're doing it the right way. They're winning with young legs. They're capitalizing.
Oh, no, you did not.
Yes, I did. It's my
You
headline.
did
It's my
not.
headline. Hey, the weed kick.
I'll give him a ding.
You should be ashamed of yourself for even throwing that out.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm dead right. I'm dead right. I'm gonna tell you, I am dead on.
They're capitalizing.
They are.
Wow.
You know what? It's star power. And you know what? It finally caught up to Vegas. Their stars are clicking.
He was talking about this in the car, and this I'd never really thought of this aspect of why Vegas is losing. But go ahead, Joe.
Well, the stars of Washington are, they're winning. They're bearing the puck, and the guys in Vegas are not bearing the puck when they have the chances. And that's the star power.
Sure.
The stars are doing it. Maybe it finally that the Vegas, we don't have any stars. Maybe that finally caught up to them.
What I'm thinking is this is what I'm seeing. Washington is not quite as fast. I mean, if you were doing races, they probably wouldn't win just by speed, but they have enough speed to negate some of Vegas's. But it's the heaviness. It's the heavy game that they play, and they just grind you, and they play with speed. They're very opportunistic, but I really think the physicality of the Capitals is starting to take its toll, combined with the demoralization of the pucks not going in and then getting your ass physically beat up. It's a rough thing to overcome.
Well, here's what I thought. I picked Vegas in 7.
So did I.
I saw Pittsburgh just being tired, just refusing to dump and chase.
Right.
They're skilled. Tampa refusing to dump and chase because let's face it, Washington's been playing a left wing lock and a trap. To beat that, you have to dump and chase. Who's the best dump and chase team all season?
Vegas.
The Vegas Knights.
Right.
And they're not doing it effectively. And I think the rolling 4 lines now, Gallant is getting out coached because Ryan Reeves, hey, a broken clock is right twice a week.
Twice a day.
A day.
Yep.
He got his couple goals, but you got to load up. You got to start. You have to load up. The big guys have to be on the ice.
You got to be
more.
short shifting right now.
Yeah, and
Absolutely.
you have to find your guys that are scoring. And Tatar, we talked about this in the kitchen. Tatar, he should have been playing game 1.
Right.
I mean,
that's what you got him for.
I've seen Perron play for years. He was a dog. He played 2 good games as playoffs.
Right.
He's not a scorer. He's a mess around guy.
And like you were talking, the breaks have finally gone the Capitals' way.
Yeah,
now.
they're getting
You've
every
gotten
break
the big
right now.
saves
Yep.
from Holtby. You've gotten the goals.
But
You've
all
gotten
the posts and the missed chances.
You
This
just
is-
the one stick save. I mean,
That's
come
what you're
on,
talking
man.
about.
That was the same. But there's been about 5 or 6 times this playoff season that your father's Capitals, our Capitals would have folded.
Yes.
Yeah.
But there's like
the Colonel's Capitals.
Yeah,
you know.
it would have folded, but no. Or maybe they didn't get that. Maybe they got the save, or maybe maybe like someone hit a pipe, or maybe they didn't get the too many men on the ice call.
Scoring now when he
had
normally
like
wouldn't score.
they had like 6 calls or 6 things, or down 0-2, or they just would have folded. Or like, okay, in Game 5 against the Penguins, Simon, stupid trip. Penguins are winning in Game 5 in the first period. So what? Old Capitals, they get the power play, nothing goes right.
Right.
Someone makes a
Everything's
save.
going for them.
We go in. No, this Capitals, they score. They're
Right.
back in the game.
The thing is,
They're
that's
scoring
what
huge goals. Huge
championship
goals.
teams have that go their way. Every team during a playoff run has something go their way.
Absolutely.
A couple certain events, whether it's baseball, basketball, you got a lucky bucket, a lucky foul. I mean, if you're the Warriors right now, you got lucky because J.R. Smith's a fucking idiot and probably smoked weed before the game, and because he didn't know his fucking team was tied.
Smoke weed every day.
I'm just saying that's such a turn of events in a finals game.
Sure.
I mean, the Cavs take game one of that. That's a different series. I know the Warriors are better, but it's still a different series.
Oh, it's a hugely
You know what
different
I'm
series.
saying?
Come
And
on.
It's just events like that taking place in the playoffs, and every team has that. So you can't really say, oh, well, they've had lucky stuff go their way. No, they've earned it. They've earned it every step.
It's exactly why I thought that Vegas was going to win the cup, because after game one, like, you can't, like, the Capitals let a third period lead
Yeah. Get away
from them when the
yeah.
Vegas fourth line scored 2 goals and then the empty netter.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm like, Fleury gave up 4 goals and you lost in Vegas.
Yeah.
Like, that's not going to happen. I'm like, I said on 10 radio stations, 5 radio stations, I go, they're going to rue the day that they did that. And then what happens? Vegas came back and won.
Yeah.
I mean, no, I mean, it's like, I mean, it's the same thing. Was like, that's the mental thing of having that game get away from the Cavaliers. Like, they had that game.
Yeah, it's
now
killer.
Washington's going to throw one of the biggest goddamn parades you've ever seen. They haven't had a team win the championships in like 5 decades. It's just been
Since the Redskins
What,
won a
back
Super
in-
Bowl
Yeah,
back
the
in
Hawks.
the 80s.
back in the 80s.
The
Early
Pat
90s,
Sajak
late
thing was
80s,
weak, though.
early 90s.
You know,
Pat Sajak, who the fuck thought of that?
That it was weak.
He just screams hockey, doesn't he?
Buffer-
Pat Sajak just screams hockey.
Oh,
They
Pat Sajak.
They should have had Vanna out there,
Right?
Yeah,
turning
right?
letters, turning tricks in the penalty box.
Whatever.
Yeah,
But like, Buffer was great.
Yeah.
Buffer
Yeah.
was great.
Vegas has done hockey the way the new age hockey needs to be in order to
Sure.
draw fans in.
Absolutely.
I think every new organization, like you said, you're expecting, which is kind of big. You would expect Seattle to get the next.
They
franchise.
will.
They are.
Done
They
deal.
are. It's done deal.
Yes.
To make it, you said even 32 teams. So now it'll be 16 and 16.
Right.
And you said they have a great city as well. Do you think, like Vegas, like we've seen practices sold out, Joe? I mean, that's something
Right.
you don't see in a hockey. There's not. I mean, we love our Kings here in Los Angeles, but people got shit to do during the day. They're not fucking going. You know, even in Boston, you're working. You don't have people going to Bruins practices.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But how does Vegas? Why is Vegas having so much success with hockey?
Well,
In your opinion, I mean, as a hockey guy, how come it's worked so well?
Well,
Obviously, they're winning.
They love sports.
Everybody's winning. Do you think they'd have the same turnout if they didn't make the playoffs?
Of course
well,
not.
I mean, without getting morbid, the disaster that happened in Vegas,
Sure.
and they solidified that
Sure.
as like 13. And from people I know from Vegas that grew up there, they waited forever to have their
pro
own
team.
to have
Any
their
kind of
own
team.
team.
Absolutely.
And that's their team. And the beauty of it is they didn't steal anybody's team.
right?
Yeah.
That's their
It's
team.
their
They just
It-
stole.
it-
They just stole
team.
a lot of players that teams
They
didn't
didn't
want to
steal
pay
them.
for.
They didn't
Right.
steal
I'm
them.
not-
They
I'm
were
just
left
saying,
unprotected.
They actually worked out, and look how
Right.
these guys came together. Just
No,
because of-
100%, and I think we talked about this, but I'll say it again. But it's not. It's a great story. It's a fascinating story. It's not 1980.
Right.
Like they took.
It's not like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going to the Super Bowl in '76.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
or
That
no,
would have been a story.
I disagree with you.
No, because
Josh,
because
stop.
No, because of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, an organization before that year.
No,
That's their first year.
their expansion year. They lost their first 30 games.
Okay. So how can you even? There's nothing.
That would have been a
out
story.
of the four
This
major
isn't
sports,
as big
we've
a
never
story.
seen anything.
No,
like
but
this.
you have, Josh. Just stop and wait a minute, okay? Even when you could still protect most of your team, the Florida Panthers within 2 years they were right there.
Yeah, but
Their
this
third year
is
in, they
year
were playing
one.
for the.
You can't compare it.
Just let me finish.
You're comparing teams that doesn't matter.
Petros, let me finish.
No,
Petros.
because a 2-year team you can't compare to a 1-year team. It's just you're comparing apples to oranges.
No,
It's
but
not
what
the
I'm
same.
telling you, the format has changed. They were able to get deep second line, top third line players off of every team and a Hall of Fame goaltender.
Okay.
The other expansion teams were handcuffed. There was no chance. So if you'd have gotten the 76 Tampa Bay Buccaneers where, okay, it's a 45-man roster, 55-man roster, you get to protect 40 players, and there's no free agency. There's no fucking way they're going to win.
Yeah,
But the Jacksonville Jaguars, right? They made it to the playoffs, 2 or 3 years in. That's an incredible
Well, you know,
story.
Tom Coughlin's a great coach.
Exactly.
And Gerard Gallant's a great. The thing is if you literally take the 8th through 12th best player off of every team,
right?
and then you take a great coach and a Hall of Fame goaltender, they're going to play pretty good. Now, I know this is beyond.
Yes,
this
good, I
is
agree.
beyond,
This is beyond pretty good.
So
Yes.
you know, I thought they'd be good till the trade deadline, then trade off some assets. This has been amazing. But I said, but it's not 1980. It's not like a bunch of, you know,
Right.
It's just, you know.
No, I agree. The United States being Russia in the Olympics is going to
It's not like the Atlanta Flames going to the finals. That would have been unheard of,
Yeah.
unbelievable. You know, these
It's
are
not like the
good
fish to
I'm,
say
like,
players.
I'm really impressed by it. It impresses me.
Well,
that
no,
teams
no.
can-
I'm not taking nothing away
I mean,
from
and
them.
you have to agree, and you probably, I mean, as a hockey fan, the Stanley Cup Finals, the playoffs in general, is probably the most grueling playoff.
Oh,
in
100%.
in all the top 4
Absolutely.
sports that you probably watch.
Absolutely.
The
There's
70-day war.
There's nothing like it, right?
You
nothing.
play
So
every
that-
other night.
That's why
That's
I
it.
think it puts
You're
it
done.
over any other sport, like a football team.
Oh, yeah.
or
Like
or
the basketball.
team,
I'll give
just
you
because
that,
The
yeah.
grind.
How many days off does LeBron need?
He played.
Is he
82
filming
games this year.
a-
He played. I proved a point.
Is
this
he
year. Played
making a
82.
Sprite commercial or a rap video? Or is he out purse shopping? I mean, he just played
man.
basketball.
Yeah.
Give me a break.
He's out the club. He's LeBron skis. He's out. You know. That's what he does. He shows up when he wants. He balls out. Hey, it's not his fault that he's got a stoner as his fucking teammate and
No.
a coach that I don't think is.
I'm pro LeBron in the same way that I'm like, and I know I'm pro Crosby because he's my guy, but
Yeah.
it's the same way. It's just like they came in with all the hype, and they delivered, and they've never beat their wives. They've never
Right.
done drugs.
Thank you.
Whatever. They've been class
Thank you.
acts. They've been good to kids. They've been good to crippled
Thank you
kids.
very much.
They've been good to everybody, and that's a role model.
I
And
think
they
it's
won.
just- I think
and
it's
and it's
something
like
that
you know,
it's
and if
amazing.
you take away
I-
the decision and the Cleveland's a shithole, he's done nothing wrong.
I think that's what puts it
I
over
agree
the
with
top.
You know what I mean?
Completely.
It puts it over the top as the grind for me. I know you're wanting to compare him, Knocker, to these football teams that you said and the Jaguars. That's hard. it's hard.
Yeah, any sport though,
But
the expansion.
to do what I don't care if you gave me the 8 through 12 players, man. It's your first year. You have no chemistry. You're coming into a league that already has its best teams, best players going at it. Yeah, and then you go through the hardest grind in playoffs, and almost you're basically.
It just
a couple
also
games
gets
away.
to
Well,
show you when you get pigeonholed as a player like Carlson.
Right.
You get pigeonholed on the team that you're on. Well, he's a checker or he's a third line
Right.
at best, and the
team's
guy
just
with
not-
with McNabb
yeah.
with the Kings and blah blah. You get pigeonholed into this, and you're stuck there. These are guys. Look at the roster. These aren't guys that have only played 2 years in the NHL.
Oh.
These guys have played 6, 7, 8 years in the NHL. They know what it's about. They haven't been given an opportunity because of wherever they were.
Marchessault scored 31 goals last year. He was great. McPhee, the GM of Vegas, he stole Marchessault and Riley Smith from Florida.
Right.
He stole Holla. And he stole Holla and
Did he
Tuck.
steal it, or
and
he
Tuck
just-
was
he-
genius. I'm giving him all the credit. I mean,
Okay.
he made the deals, and then he got Wild Bill because he didn't want to take Anderson, and then he got a Hall of Fame goaltender because he's like, oh, okay, we don't expose Murray. And they cut the deal. So McPhee's a genius in all this, and they have a good coach.
No,
That's fantastic. I'm loving every second of it. Timeout though.
yeah.
Say something. Anything.
Fantastic commentary. I'm watching the softball
Thank you,
game.
Chase. I just want to see if your microphone. was working,
Oh, it's
man.
totally working.
He's locked into
You just gotta
softball.
fucking calm down over there. You're stealing the show.
It's his improv. It's his improv background.
Oh, you're not gonna let that go, are you? That's not comedy. That's not stand-up.
Right.
That's not
You're
stand-up.
talking about comedy. I'm like, oh yeah, we mentioned comedy real quick. Is it improv? You're like, improv? Look down.
That's not stand-up.
Suck my balls.
That was awesome. Bartnick's hair stood up. Yeah, it was like,
Well, I was
talk
so
to
happy
me about
It's
improv.
like you want to step outside the studio
Talk
real
to me
quick.
about improv.
I was all happy. I was happy for the kid. I was going to give him guest sets on my shows in Boston.
Hell yeah.
I didn't going to bring up 3 chubby chicks and do a scene.
Oh, dude, Joe. Joe, we've got a long show to do, and
I always come in on fire, baby. I come in hot.
Walk in and get railed.
Yeah,
I got my ab workout in already.
yeah. Like I want to
done,
see him
dude.
battle in an
Abs
improv
on
battle
fire.
later in the show after Joe's 6 deep and see how he does. You know,
Yes, and
Joe just walks out of there. He's ready.
Right in his shirt. I'm stand up, motherfucker.
Yeah, right. No,
Talk
Joe.
to me.
No, Joe. I'm gonna probably push your buttons here by saying this, but like you said, you're a Crosby guy.
Yeah.
Right? You're a Crosby guy. But you also, I'm gonna try and recover this segment after we just got derailed for a little bit. And,
yes.
Sorry about that.
no, it's cool. No, we're used to it on the show. It's not like it's anything new.
Right.
Crosby's your guy,
Yeah, I'm a Penguin fan.
but you know hockey.
Yes.
You can tell, like you said, you were talking with me and my pops inside. You're like, man, Dowdy, I went to a game. I could tell when he's being lazy. Like you could just
Dowdy
see play.
phoned it in
a
last
normal-
year, and he let Vegas's fourth line. He let William Carrier, who's been a scratch now, eat Drew Dowdy alive, and now he wants $11 million.
So
a
you
year.
know You know what a hockey player should.
Yes,
be.
I do.
Okay. Would you not say that Alex Ovechkin is a better all-around hockey player than Sidney Crosby is?
Well, no.
How
Sid's a center.
Okay.
Ovechkin's
he's
a winger.
Okay. Now. Okay. I'm gonna give you my argument here. Okay.
Is that like
City-
stand up improv, center wing? Just ask
No,
him, bro.
because they're closer. No, because centers have respect for wingers. Wingers could play center if they had to.
No, you didn't, fellas. You pulled a RuPaul on that
No,
shit.
Ovechkin is a ridiculous scorer, but Sid led the league in scoring once too, goal scoring.
Okay, but what Sid doesn't do to me is he doesn't grind the way that Ovechkin does.
Well, he can't. He's not
He
as
doesn't
big.
hit. I know, but that's why I'm not saying that he's not
Sid's
talented.
known
What I'm
as-
saying is if you had to pick a
Sid's
hockey
known
player's
as-
body
Sid's
and a
known as-
hockey
well, his
player's
body's
athletic
bigger.
ability, would you not pick Alex Ovechkin over Sidney Crosby?
I would.
Sid is known as the greatest grinder of all time because he grinds all day long.
For me, I feel like if I had to take Ovechkin in his heyday and Crosby, I'm taking Ovechkin. Like I just feel like
But then
Ovechkin
again, okay,
is built better.
well,
Like I
let's-
feel like Ovechkin is a better built hockey player than Sidney Crosby.
He's a better physical specimen, and he has had bigger hits. That's for sure.
Yes.
Okay, well,
he
you
plays
take-
better defense.
Are you
to me
taking
than-
Gretzky? Are you
that's-
taking
no,
Gretzky
no,
or are
no,
you
no,
taking
that's
Ovechkin?
ridiculous. No, that's ridiculous.
Am I taking Gretzky or Ovechkin?
Because Gretzky never hit nothing, or nobody.
Okay, now Gretzky is the greatest scorer. What I'm saying is I'm looking
He's the
for the
greatest
greatest
player
all around
ever.
encompassing playing defense. What,
Yeah, no,
What are your
Sid-
levels of hockey? Is there like a
Sid-
5 levels
Sid-
of hockey?
No,
Defense,
but no, but, no,
offense,
but,
forechecking?
but like Sid, like all the Canadian guys are even like Sid's the best player in the league. Period.
Okay.
He's even better than
Would you
McDavid.
take him?
McDavid hasn't taken the mantle yet.
Right. But
Yeah.
they're passing it over.
Dude, Connor
They're trying to make it.
is
McDavid
fucking
and the
filthy.
dude in Toronto.
Yeah, but
I can never remember his
here's
name.
my thing.
Yeah, what's the dude in Toronto too?
Oh, I'll take Austin Matthews over McDavid
Right.
all day
and
long.
right?
Is it Larkin in
In
Detroit?
Detroit,
Yes.
he's had an
Yeah.
off year. He's had an off
Yeah.
year. I like Laine better than Larkin in Winnipeg.
Do you
Laine is
consider
a witch.
Gretzky the greatest player to play the game?
He's in the Holy Trinity.
Who is in your holy trinity?
Lemieux or in Gretzky.
Because I love you. You're just a hockey fucking buff too. Nog. I
can
mean,
buy
I know
that.
your true passion.
I'm not gonna
I remember
argue that.
watching hockey games in Kings jerseys on your couch at like 5
Mhm.
late at night.
I'm not going to
watch.
argue that. I mean, you can make an argument for Howe. You can make an argument for Beliveau. I mean, different eras. It's really
Do you think
hard.
Gretzky
to-
would be as good as he was in today's hockey?
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
of the speed of the hockey.
Oh,
game?
not even the speed. There's so much more open space.
Yes.
Gretzky would have 250
Josh,
points.
you have to remember, they created
I
created
called him
a
honey.
rule. They created a rule that eliminated the 4-on-4 because Edmonton would take penalties on purpose
Well, without the
to
two-line
create
pass,
the
too, right? I mean,
4-on-4.
you
Well,
gotta
no, they
take
had
out
the two-line
yeah.
pass back then.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. Taking
Right?
that out is it's opened up hockey.
Well, what I'm saying is Gretzky changed the rules. They made rules up specifically to stop him.
Would you take Sidney or Gretzky right now if you had to take them in there? If you're going to pick it in their heyday,
Gretzky.
I'm
No,
asking
well, you
Joe.
have to take Gretzky. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Best player ever.
You have to take Gretzky.
Is he the best player?
Absolutely.
I think he is. I'm just asking. I'm just trying to.
Here's what's happening.
Here's
Here's what's happening history-wise. If you add up like everything Sid's done in the last couple of years and the gold medals and everything, now they're saying that Sid is now in the next little wave.
He's behind the three you just named.
There's the Holy Trinity. And then you got your Gordie Howes, you have your Rocket Richards, you have your Messiers, you have your Sids.
Yagers.
Yeah.
Yager's a top 10 guy of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He is?
Yeah.
Where do you put the Yzerman, Shanahan, Fedorov crew? Where do you
I
put
love
that,
those
that,
guys so much.
Oh, my God, I want to play
Yzerman. I think Yzerman is one of the 20 best.
I'm letting it play out.
Yzerman is a top 20 player of all time.
Okay.
Shandy,
I like to pick your guys' minds.
Shandy and Fedorov are
Right.
easily my two favorite players of all time that never played for the Penguins.
Okay. All right.
Where do you put Lindstrom?
Lindstrom's the
Because
best.
to my father-in-law, because they're from Detroit, he's diehard red. He thinks he's the greatest defenseman to play.
Lindstrom is the greatest defenseman I've ever seen play. I
Would
wasn't
you
old
agree?
enough to remember Bob. I wasn't old enough to see Bobby Orr.
Now you've seen a lot of hockey, man. I know. That's why I like to pick.
He's not as
guys.
physical.
I like to-
He's not as physical.
tough,
He's not as physical as a Chelios or
Bork?
a.
You mean you put Bork out
I
there?
think Bork's overrated.
Really?
Because any time when the chips were on the line, when he played Gretzky or Lemieux in a playoff situation, he got owned and had to go to Denver to get his cup.
I like
Grab me a
Pot.
beer,
I like
Chase, out of that
Potvin.
cooler. Grab me a
Potvin
beer
was
out of
great. Potvin was great. Potvin's. I remember Potvin, but I was too little to understand how much he controlled the game. Lindstrom can look where Detroit's been since he retired.
No, I agree. I agree with that.
Niedermeyer.
Niedermeyer's good.
And
Scott
then-
Stevens.
Where's Jeremy-
That's where I was going. New Jersey. Scott Stevens.
Where's Jeremy Roenick rank for you?
I think Roenick should be in the Hall of Fame. I think it's a crime.
Absolutely.
He's not in the Hall of Fame.
He's top
Not in the Hall of
100.
Fame?
He's top 100.
How is he not in the Hall of Fame?
Good
He is one of the
question.
best video game players ever. NHL 97, I think it was Sega.
Oh, 94.
Or 94. Which one was? Yeah, he was unstoppable.
JR.
He was like the Bo Jackson of Tecmo Bowl. You use Bo Jackson and Tecmo Bowl
He's
the
a
Raiders.
cool-
He's fucking outrun everybody. He's going back and
Who's
forth.
the most
back and forth.
underrated player to you to play the game? Gets not enough run.
I like this. I like picking Joe's. He's on so
Well,
much
you know,
hockey, dude.
I'll answer this.
Hockey fans, you're getting a treat tonight. I'm just
Well,
saying,
you know,
Joe Bartnick is hockey right now.
it's interesting. Well, here's what I'm saying. Ronnie Francis, you know, went two cups with the Penguins. He's like second and third in every statistical category, and no one really knows who he is because he's just a quiet dignity to just score all those points.
I'm going with Marcel Dion
Oh, absolutely.
with the Kings.
Yeah.
The numbers he put up with
re-
horse crap teams.
Yeah.
Horse crap teams. The things that he did, the magic he produced
Yeah.
was just unbelievable. I'm just very fortunate to watch him play. But I think
Tamu's underrated.
I think he's the most underrated player to play the game ever.
Underrated as a.
I think Tamo gets his run. I think he gets everything he's deserved.
I think he's fantastic.
I'll tell you who's like Brian Trottier
Yes.
was 4 rings,
Yes.
an incredible. Not mentioned in the same breath as
Right.
Gretzky and Lemieux, and he's not in the Trinity, but
Yeah.
not as mentioned in the Messier level. Just ridiculous. Just a ridiculous.
Yeah.
In those days you had that's kind of the difference because even Lemieux took his beatings. In those days, the level of toughness.
Right.
After the mid '90s, the level of toughness
Where's
wasn't the
Brett
same.
Hull, Mike Madonna's lineup for you?
They're right there.
Are they top 20 for
Top
you guys?
100. Not top 20. No.
No.
I'm not going 20.
No, not top.
Brett Hull
No.
was sick.
Yeah, but his dad was better.
but he was the one. He was
Yeah.
Bobby Hull is in that Rocket Richard bubble.
Okay.
The next little level.
I like how he has bubbles to his NHL.
not just in my
grades.
bong.
Not right.
Wow.
Right. We'll get to that later. We'll get to that.
When we
later.
start talking women's softball.
Yeah. So Chase, I know you're locked in. How's the softball going? We're gonna check in with Chase.
All
Got
right.
the whole show on.
Softball minute.
No, Knocker. This is the finals.
No, it's game 2. Best 2 out of 3.
Game 2, got a home run and got 2 points in Florida State. Looking great.
Florida State's up 7-3, bottom 4
Oh, yeah.
against the
I'm
Huskies
coming
from
to you. So
Washington.
you make sure. I like you. Just give us a run. He's
No, the
really watching
Huskies.
this shit.
Now, what
The Huskies.
No,
Is that the
no,
size?
I'm watching it.
Is that the
Chase?
size of the girls, or is that the name of the team?
both. Now, please, Chase, please tell me you didn't
Can
say.
you get the little drum? Do you have the little drummer? Do you have do you have that ready for Joe all night? Somebody get that because he's on fire tonight.
Chase, please tell me you didn't say points and not runs. Please tell me you didn't say points.
I caught that, but I was being nice.
No, right? I'm not nice. I caught it and I'm hitting him with it.
It's your show, Knocker.
Brady calls down and shits on me.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Another home run.
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. May God have mercy on your soul.
Yes, thank you for that.
Jesse Warren just
Hey,
went
8-1.
yard.
There you go.
Jesse Warren.
Jesse Warren just went yard. Florida
Good for
State up
Jesse
8-3.
Warren. Wow. All right, the Seminoles, the ladies.
Hey, they came out of the losers bracket. They lost their first
What
game.
did they do?
had-
Did they sing patty cake in the dugouts while she hit the home run, or what did they do? Because I
Don't be
know
an
they
ass.
do shit. No, not being an ass, but that's ridiculous. That needs to stop.
Why?
Because I think that
What's wrong with
you're a
chicks-
grown
chicks-
sport.
What's wrong with chicks clapping and bouncing up and down? And I like it.
What are you talking about?
Wearing tight pants? Ain't nothing wrong with that.
What you, Renee, was that your phone? Yeah, that was a classy producer. Thanks.
Really,
Yeah,
right?
really good
Professional.
producer.
Thank you for
That's
that.
how you do it, Chase. Right there, you leave your phone on. That rings off. That's how you
That's
do
how
it.
you become a big
I remember
star.
to do
Yeah.
everything else
Yeah.
except for turn my
He
phone
works for
down.
iHeartRadio.
Yeah.
He's good.
All
He's
right.
There
good.
you go.
Phone's muted. That's good. I had to double check, make sure.
Knock,
my
that
phone
needs to
was
stop for me, though.
What?
It needs to stop for me.
What does?
Because I can't take your sport seriously if that happens. Sorry. Call me chauvinistic. I don't care.
What are you talking about, man?
People cheering in the dugout.
Yeah. No, that's not cheering, Chase. That's not cheering. That's acting like you're 8 years old playing patty cake or let's play hopscotch. Do they draw hopscotches inside with chalk?
They might.
They might.
What do you care?
Joe's like, I'm not commenting on this. I have people that didn't come to my show that are women. I'm not commenting on this.
No, I'm just trying to say, do they do like baby patty cake? They do that whole
No,
thing?
and
Yeah,
not
they
coach
do.
Well, how is
softball.
that different than like the Utah Jazz doing some big dance, like Dance Fever
Thank you.
exhibition?
No, because
Or the
it's- no,
Nebraska
because it's
basketball,
constant.
the
No, because
Nebraska
it's all game
basketball
long.
team doing this little thing on their bench. You thought that was great?
Oh, but that's like once in a while. This is like every inning.
just a hater.
Knocker,
Look at all the
you coach
bullshit this-
softball.
You're a hater. Yes,
My
I
sister's
did.
in the Hall of Fame at Whittier College because of softball. You coached your team for.
Yes.
It's not. You can't. Like, my God, you have to take Tylenol to go to the game. It's as worse as the vuvuzelas. Whatever the soccer game is.
And can we please eliminate horns
Oh
from
yeah,
hockey?
Knocker's like on this tire. He hates.
Horns
Or like anything.
The
That's in
Pittsburgh
sports
guy I
crowd.
want to hang, and then the Washington guy's even fucking worse. Even his own fans are like, dude, really? 6 times?
Can you get the
6
clip ready?
freaking times?
Yeah.
Can we just drop that?
That's just been a new phenomenon lately, right? That has only
Well, no,
happened
it's been
lately.
in Pittsburgh forever.
Does it anger you?
No, only the last
Wait,
couple
with the
years.
horns or the bells?
Yeah, he
No, the
hates like
horn.
noise in sports. He hates
no,
it.
I don't mind noise.
It's
if
only
that's
been
stupid.
What would you do if a person was next to you that was doing that?
It's only been the last couple of years in Pittsburgh.
I'd
I've
shank
noticed.
him.
You'd shank him?
I'd shank him
You'd
right
shank
there.
the guy that had a
Fucking,
Vuvuzela next to him.
Seppuku right on his ass, right there in the chair. God, let me talk. Horse shit. This pisses me off. It's my segment. Make fun of me all you want, cheese breath. But what the hell? Just move. Just move. I'll buy you a sleeve at the turn. Just keep moving, please. Just keep moving. Just it drives me nuts.
All right, so besides yelling at 4 Asians in front of us, did you have a good time?
Yeah, other than that, it was a really good day. Yeah. If I ever see one, I'm taking the shotgun out. I am like this close to just losing control. It's updating!
Knockers,
I didn't ask it to update, and it's updating
for the second
again.
show, your computer
Second
has just
show
gone
in
to
a row.
update. Get an
Yes.
Apple. I've been telling you for years, get an Apple.
You don't let me talk. I'm
Yeah,
just
because
gonna
you're not
walk out
making
of
any
here.
sense,
You
though.
don't let me finish my damn
Because
point.
none of your stuff makes sense.
This is
I don't
typical.
care if Dan Marino can move around the pocket. Can he run for a third and
think
7?
he didn't
No, he
have
can't because
to.
he's slow.
You can leave now, Dylan, whenever you're ready. Okay? Now, can I finish my point? I don't care! You just bumped my camera. I'm no longer in the center of that
Art,
picture.
look at you right there. Look at
Right?
there you go. You're fixed. You're fixed.
Things I will not tolerate. Me being off camera is one of them.
That's over disagreeing with him on
Okay?
Yeah, you really got mad at him for agreeing with Aaron Rodgers.
I certainly did. I just don't like stupid. It's not fun. It's stupid and selfish.
As he was being arrested.
And I don't crap that you're a Ducks fan. When you've got the scrotum in your hand, you squeeze your fingers and you rip it off.
Just smoke and chill out.
Yeah, Knocker, just smoke and chill
We
out.
will add you shanking Vuvuzela people to that clip.
God, I hate that. I fucking hate that. Just.
Have you heard that before, Joe? That's all Knocker's like angriest moments right there.
Oh, that's classic.
Yeah.
It's the greatest hits.
I never get mad though. Never get mad on the show.
That's so fantastic. All right, Knocker.
Where were the 4 Asians in front of you?
Oh, this is golfing at Whittier Narrows.
golfing, bro?
There's 4 Asians and all of
I thought
them.
you were going to say Walgreens.
That was. Oh my God, that was good stuff. All right, we're gonna get to break here because I want to revamp. I want to get. Now I want him to smoke because I wanted to bring back.
Right?
Here we go. We're gonna get to a stone now at the
It's gonna be
break here.
fantastic.
Wow.
So, all right, guys, when we get back, we'll talk a little more hockey coming up. Obviously, all throughout the show. Gonna razz him up. Also coming up, we got NBA Finals.
That was fun.
Knocker, Braun, J.R. Smith going down game one. We'll get a little bit of that.
The
Warriors
whole
look to
thing's
win
a
their
shit
third
show.
and fourth year. NFL, Donald Trump, man, telling the Eagles not to come to the White House, Knock.
And they're all right with it.
We'll
Fuck
get into
you
that.
too.
I've got Super Bowl odds for 2019. You got knocked the fuck out. Drunks of the week, viral videos, just a bunch more. Joe Bartnick in studio.
Hell
Follow
yeah.
him on Twitter at Joe Bartnick and JoeBartnick.com, right? That's where you can find your dates and stuff.
Yes.
All right, we'll be back right after this.
You're watching a softball game.